Welcome back, everyone. Today we are over here at Universal Studios for another Halloween Horror Nights update. We finally have some Scarezone stuff happening, and on top of the Scarezones, we have our first official Scarezone announcement. We're going to talk all about it today. It is starting to rain just a little bit. Hopefully it holds out while we do these updates. Also, we're going to be talking a little bit about my shirt right now for Stranger Things. Nothing too crazy, but we do want to talk about that. But yeah, lots of updates going on inside of the park right now. Again, we have all of our houses announced except for our final 2 houses. We are waiting for those. I assume we'll get those, or at least one of them this week, and then maybe one next week. But again, we have our first Scarezone announced, which is pretty cool to see. Either way, let's get inside, hopefully beat this rain. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder already. It doesn't look very good around here. This is what we are dealing with right now. Does not look very good. So hopefully we can get this done before this comes crashing down on us. Anyway, let's head in. Now, I did ask about the facial recognition. They said there were a few hiccups along the way. They're kind of back to the drawing board is what they said. So hopefully it will be back soon. Again, you do have to scan your pass and then you get like the facial recognition portion afterward. Just the one where it's kind of attached is not working. Again, it's been weeks now, I think months now, actually, at this point. Man, I'm so nervous we're gonna get a lot of storms here soon. But we'll see. Let's start taking a look at some of these lights that have been put into place. A few new ones here throughout this entry area, which is where I'm assuming our new Scarezone that they just announced is going to be. Now, as you can see up top, there are some new lights that have been put into place, and we do have Origins of Horror being put into place. I don't know if it's going to be right through here, but considering they're talking about the conservatory being kind of the overarching theme, it would kind of make sense if it's put right up front here. And it kind of feels like they are extending Scarezones. I'll talk more about that in a little bit, based on where I'm seeing some things pop up. Well, you can see the trees blowing like crazy up there. There's a ton of wind. I don't know if we are dodging this, like I said, but I see a lot of new stuff happening here in Hollywood. That light still hasn't shut off. It is on every time and it blinds you walking over here. Now again, we did see a bunch of those lights, but look at this little cluster of them over here. So right up top, you could see there's like a bundle cluster right there. And then also over here, those are all new along the edge there. Again, we do see a lot of new lights being put into place here. We have seen these trusses, nothing too new here as far as the truss work goes, but lighting is going up like crazy right now. Now, the other day they had some flowers out here. It was like the flowers that Art wears, like the yellow kind of sunflower shades, and they had them right here. I don't see them right now, unless they're on the back side, but I think that was only kind of temporary. Yeah, it is not. Oh, well, they still have these, but I know that they had them up front too. But right there you can see the sunflowers that he wears for the shades. And again, they were, I think, like on display up here, but no longer up here. Again, I think this is gonna swap out again Thursday, if I were to guess. I think we need to finish up all of our announcements here over the next 2 weeks. Let's go see the shirts, how everything's looking. Terrifier seems to have pretty much everything in stock, by the way. So extra smalls, let's see, smalls, larges. I see mediums here, medium, large. So it seems like they've got a number of options, still a bunch of these bags available. Fallout still seems to have pretty much every size available down here. Let's see if Jason has any more restock. Looks like they do extra small, small, large, XL, 3XL. So Jason got pretty much a full restock now. The other day we came back and there was a small restock with some stuff. Looks like now they have 2 kind of full like hangers worth of stuff in here, full sizes. So you guys can find everything there. It looks like they are doing a good job at keeping everything stocked up now. Quite a bit of lighting on these trusses here. So it looks like we have lighting here. We have lighting on the one over near Battery Park. I'm going to show you, as you can see, and then also even on the yellow truss that they have over there too, just so you guys can get the full effect of the storm back there. There's our other truss with some new lights. So we do have new lighting going in on these trusses finally. It's no longer just the truss themselves. I do apologize for the wind as well. Oh, that was a big lightning. It does look like it's moving away from us, thankfully, so hopefully this isn't here too long. But there it is, if you guys can hear it. It is crazy out here right now. But there, we have 2 lights on this yellow truss structure here. And then we actually have some cables running along the edge. Let's come show you. Down here, we have the cables running down. Full power going here. I'm gonna guess that is for a lot more lights than just these 2 right here, but I could be wrong. But yes, you can see all the lighting throughout this one. Also, that is what we are getting this way. So it still does look kind of stormy over there. I don't know what's happening here, guys. Hopefully we get this done. But yes, we have the slots for the TVs here with the trusses as well right here in Battery Park. We do have 2 TVs and the truss here, but we also have this little truss with lighting right behind us here. It's actually a pretty cool shot with like the storm back there and Mel's. It's really giving HHN right now. Kind of love that. We also have our first Scarezone updates in here. Now again, we did get the announcement. I could also see that area like being through here, but I do feel like because the entire theme this year is the conservatory, I'm gonna guess it's going to be the front Scarezone. But look at this. We do have speakers showing up finally inside of the Scarezone. Again, I don't think this is gonna be like the permanent spot. They'll end up kind of hiding them and whatnot, but they are putting them back here along the path just to kind of have the speakers when they want to bring the sound out. Also got to keep an eye out in the trees. They love to do stuff up top, but as of now, nothing up there. But yes, I'll show you some of these speakers we do see. There it is, another speaker. We do also have the wiring back there. You can see on the ground. I think that's basically going to be running along, kind of hooking up all these speakers along the way. But it's nice to see they are at least looking at the Scarezones as of now. Always love to see it. Again, I'm hoping we start to get a few more props here in the next few weeks. I know we're still a little early, but it would be nice to kind of see a few things start to pop up. Another speaker over here, right here, got a speaker, right there, got a speaker. Also, there's like this wood. I don't know if this is normally covered, but haven't seen that before. Right there, you can see the wires getting hooked up to the power. Also back here, you can see another speaker hidden away. And there's a bunch of wires that are being ran. They kind of come underneath here, come over to this side. Looks like there's a bag right there covering something. I don't know if that's another light or what. But yeah, straight ahead, something is covered and there is cable running to it. And then again, you have one more speaker right here, kind of hidden away back by this big tree. So definitely a lot of fun stuff to be looking for out here. And then as you kind of come to the end, let's go take a look at what I'm assuming is going to be a stage of some sort. Yeah, look at this. This is a big stage. I don't know what they're doing here, but I am very curious at this point as to what is going to be happening. Do not climb. I mean, this has to be a stage, right? So maybe they're kind of extending out the scare zones this year, because it is kind of small when you come through, like where Swamp of the Undead was. It is kind of a small area. It's basically just that little bridge area, where this might be kind of more expanded out and kind of letting things roam a little bit more so you don't have as many like down spots. Very curious to see what's going on with this. I hope so. You know, it'd be cool if this was like a big like performance. I don't know what's gonna be going on here, but there you go. Nice stage. While we wait this storm out here, if you guys don't mind, consider subscribing to the channel. Turning that bell notification on so you get all of the HHN updates for the season, everything going on over here at Universal, Disney, and everything of the like. But yeah, we are waiting this out. There's some crazy storms going on right now. I'm hearing thunder like wild. Well, I've been sitting here for probably 30 to 40 minutes. I think we might have a moment to move. Now again, before we leave this spot, I just want to point out one more time, we have this truss with lights here, the pole with lights, truss with lights, truss with lights, pole with lights, truss with lights, and then this stage. I think this area is about to get like popping right here. This typically is the end of this area, and it's kind of and it just kind of putters out. I think this is going to be like incredible. I gotta grab my umbrella. Yes, I'm using Nicole's umbrella right now. She is not here with me today, but look at that. Man, it's gonna be some wild lighting over here. Very exciting stuff. Oh man, the storm is picking up, or at least the rain is. Let's continue on for now. I really hope this is not an indication of opening night. I feel like last year opening night was actually really nice. 2 years ago, I think we had bad rain, but last year was really nice. I wanna go check in on the house over here. You can kind of see the facade going up. All right, there it is. Again, one of our houses. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. And if you look, it's kind of just like a typical house facade. A lot of people are predicting this is going to be like the dollhouse house because of the facade that they have been able to see. I think BioReconstruct has been taking photos of it there. Again, we can't see anything else right now. I could see them putting the doll's house back here. I don't know where anything is going as of now, but I guess I could see it going in one of these. But it'd be cool to have like, you know, a really large soundstage or something, and we're, you know, really small, and that could make, you know, kind of a doll's house feel really interesting. But I don't know. But yes, we can see they're starting to put the facades up over here. Still have the Enterprise trucks in place. Let's go take a peek at this bridge construction right now. Doesn't look like we're too far along from where we were last time, so won't put much effort into it here and bore you guys with that. It does look like something is going on in the middle there. We can take a little like pillar or something happening all the way down there, kind of right in the middle. But it looks like they just have like the wood platforms, so I don't know what they're doing here. We'll keep an eye on it. Here's another look at the skies for you and the rain. Crazy. We've had a lot of rain this year, guys, so if you guys are coming to HHN early on, prepare for storms. I think it's gonna be a wet one this year, unfortunately. I think we got really lucky last year, but we have had storms every single day for the past like month and a half, and I don't feel like it's slowing down. Still no update to the bathrooms. I did see like windows or something on this end though, which is bizarre. You could see like just a little bit over the ledge when you're over by Men in Black. So I am not certain on what's happening here, but I did see some sort of like window. All right, another break. I think we have a little bit of time to get out here. I'm just trying to go and it's not pouring down. It's kind of going back and forth. Oh boy. So we have one truss with lights here. I thought we had more stuff here the other day. Did we not? I mean, we got a lot of lights here. Again, I'd love for them to continue to extend these scare zones, because it kind of feels like once you get to the sketch booth here, it kind of ends the scare zone. But I'd love for them to really extend all of these, make them longer, especially if they have to make the first one a little bit tighter. You know, if you invest more time and effort into the others, it'd be pretty nice. We do see the cable work. We do see the lights up there. Oh, we have extra cable work. We have one coming down the side here now. Let's go look at that. So they ran this wire before. We've seen that for a few weeks now, but look at this here. We have cable running down the side, and then it comes down over here into this box, and this box provides power to this booth. But I don't recall seeing those dangling wires before, so we might be getting something else over here. And as you can see, they're using this as a connection. This is the other side, and then these wires run down. Oh my gosh, I almost just slipped and beefed it. Oh, wouldn't that be something to catch on camera? Me just absolutely eating it. Look at all the wires back here, though. That's crazy. Also, be careful, the painted bits around here, super slippery. Oh, I wonder if it stormed so much they closed down the food booths over here too. Really have some lonesome lights up here. Not too much happening yet over in front of San Francisco. Whatever house is going in Fast and Furious has nothing new, so we're gonna keep on heading this direction. We do see some lights there up on the rooftops. What are we thinking on a lagoon show this year? Do we think we're gonna get one, or are we thinking we're gonna miss again this year? I'd love to see one. I really have enjoyed them when they were around. I don't know. Let's hope we get one. I'm in the favor that maybe we do get one this year, considering we've had Sensational. You know, it's been going pretty well. I could see them definitely doing something, but I could also see them maybe holding out another year. I don't know. I hope they bring it. What do you guys think? We getting one or no? We do have a few single lights up there. Nothing too crazy, weirdly enough. Typically this is kind of a hot spot. We'll keep an eye out. There is some over here as well along the rooftops. I guess there's quite a bit over in front of where the Tribute Store normally is, which again, we don't know where the Tribute Store is going this year. But we do have some lighting structures still further down here, so maybe this zone isn't gonna be extending too far, but this is definitely a longer zone anyway. So I think they do pretty good anyway with it. Let's go see what's going on. Oh, you know what? I heard about this too. Look at this. The entire arcade is blocked off. As you can see through here. Let's see what's going on in there. Kind of hard to tell, but yeah, this is completely blocked off, I think everywhere. Let's go into Sahara Traders and go see. If I'm not mistaken, the entire arcade is blocked off. Does it pertain to HHN? I don't know. I wouldn't think so. But yeah, look at this. And it is completely closed off right now. That's so weird. I don't know. And look, like the door back here closed. I mean, it's fully blocked off. Also, you can get a little bit of HHN merch in here in the exit area of the Mummy. You can see Never Go Alone. Let me turn this down for you. There you go. So you have the merchandise here, a little bit of it, not all of it, but all the generic stuff that they came out with is for sale in here. Also, just to show you, this is the other side, completely blocked off. That's bizarre. We'll keep an eye on this. In the meantime, we do have some lighting structures up here. Wire is ran across the top as well. We do have one here in Sting Alley, right on the edge as well. It's the first thing we finally start to see pop up in Sting Alley, which we can only assume is going to be some sort of food booth, which we'll assume goes through here. I thought it would be super cool to see Fallout go right in there, where like you walk through, they tell you, you know, you owe caps and whatever, and like it's kind of one of those like towns that you come up to. I think that would be a lot of fun. Don't know what they plan on doing with it yet, but there is some lights in there for now. I think it would be there are some lights in there. There is some lights? There are some lights in there for now. Anyway, let's go look at the lights over here. A lot more towards the end of New York. Oh, what is that? I don't recall seeing that little speaker device there. I could be wrong. Also, somebody left their water bottle. What does it mean? Is it a clue? I think somebody just left their water bottle. Let's take a look up at the roofs. We can see lighting over there. We do have a little bit of lighting over there. Not that much yet on display. We do have some lights up above us here. Again, kind of all around us now. And we know this is a pretty typical Scarezone that does a good job with lighting and just everything about it. So we'll keep an eye on it, but I do think we need to see a little bit more in here at some point. Obviously, we're still pretty early, but it's nice to see lights popping up. I do want to point something out over here, though. So over here, we see like the construction sign. A lot of people are predicting like they're throwing little odes to like Fast and Furious with some of this stuff. Also, the font kind of looks like it a little bit. Building better roads for a better future, almost kind of Back to the Future-esque. My guess is they are really toying with people. Also, it's starting to rain. Gotta put the umbrella back up. But I think they're toying with people right now. I think they know exactly what is going in here. They want people to make their little predictions and have fun with it. Obviously, you know, we've got the Ghostbusters and that whole thought that's going there, but I am starting to think that they are just toying with people. And again, Back to the Future, maybe Hollywood and LA and, you know, Fast and Furious, who knows? I think they are literally just having fun and watching people go nuts over it. We'll continue to see. I mean, if they put more signs up, we're gonna make our predictions. I have no idea what it's gonna be, really don't. Gonna continue to say that. Still would love to see Ghostbusters. Won't hound on it. I would just love to see it, but yeah, at this point I think they're just messing with us, guys. Oh, look at all the lights up there. I didn't even see this. I'll zoom in for you. Look at all that. Way more lights along the top up there. Just single lights, not really clustered, but a lot more than I originally thought. Didn't see on this side. So yeah, a lot of lighting. Also have construction still going on here in Central Park. It looks like they might be just kind of like touching things up from the photos from BioReconstruct. It doesn't look like anything major's going on in there. So I wouldn't expect anything too crazy. So we have one lonesome light right here, which looks to be displaying up on that wall there, which makes me think we're gonna have some sort of display. Could just be lights, could be a 34, could be HHN, who knows? But it is headed that direction. This is kind of interesting. So there are quite a number of lights here down kind of like this Minion Avenue area, which I don't know if we had before. We might have, maybe they still light it up, but we don't really get too much going on over here, but you could definitely see lots and lots of lights being displayed here. So maybe we're getting something. I know I made this prediction like in an earlier video, but that's a lot of lights like facing in here as if they've got to do quite a bit more with this, you know? Like, that's a lot of lights right there. You even have some up there that look like they might be like displaying up here on the wall even. Which brings us back to the beginning. We've got all of our lights we've covered up here, but a little bit of Scarezone action, a little bit of construction, right? I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there. The wind is picking up pretty bad right now, but I briefly wanted to talk about Stranger Things, my shirt. We do have the new trailer coming out either today if the video comes out on the 15th or tomorrow if I release the video tonight on the 14th. But yeah, July 15th, new trailer for Stranger Things. Let's hope it is pretty fun and cool looking. I am really excited for the season. I'm kind of like ready for it to be over and kind of like come to a conclusion, but I'm also kind of sad because like there's so many memories with like the entire show and just like the feelings and the nostalgia to like know that you're not going to be getting that anymore. It's kind of a bummer, but yeah, it'll be nice to kind of close it out, you know, and then we have to wait, I'm sure, many, many years until we find the next thing that hooks us all like crazy. But yeah, I think we need to boogie on out of here. Also, I need to just briefly say, I kind of explained that I haven't watched Terrifier. A lot of you guys commented on that, saying like I either need to, or you're like, yeah, like save yourself the time, whatever. I think, again, regardless if I watch the Terrifier movies or not, I am very excited for the house. I think the house is gonna be gnarly. I think it's gonna be crazy. I'm probably gonna poop my pants, but that's okay. I'm excited for the house, regardless of my interest in the Terrifier franchise. I think they're gonna do a really good job with it. So, even if I'm not a huge fan of Terrifier or wanting to watch Terrifier, doesn't mean that I'm not looking extremely forward to that house. Also, a very brief construction update. More mountains of dirt over there, even more than there was before. All the construction stuff out there is not manned right now, I'm sure because of the storms, but they are still working and we are still keeping updated on it. Well, we are waiting now for the car as the wind is picking up, storms are picking up. Real quickly, if you guys have made it to the end of the video right now, I have a question. Nicole and I went to Epcot the other day to go do Test Track 3.0. We missed the virtual queue reservations and we just like, it was kind of rough, and I think I'm just like venting about Disney in that video. It's like, I love the parks. I love just like going to the parks, but just like a lot of the inconveniences recently have been kind of annoying. Again, like having to do virtual queues still in 2025 is absurd. Making reservations to the park, for example, we have the new parade coming up. That was a whole thing and problematic. Like, there's like so many small frustrating things, and it's like, I hate to be negative on the channel, you guys know that, but sometimes I just like speak my mind. But I have the full video like edited and ready to go, but I'm like, I don't want to release something super negative. I like to be looked at as more like a real person, and it is my real thoughts, but it feels like it might be too negative. We did try like some food that was actually really good, but I don't know, what do you guys, do I release that video? Do I just say like, no, do you guys not want to see something like that? Again, I know not a lot of you guys care that much about the Disney content. I know some of you guys prefer the Disney content. It just, you know, to me, I'm just gonna make stuff that we enjoy doing. But sometimes like when I look at it, I'm like, it just felt like it's real, it's authentic, it's us, but there's like, you know, I'm just upset. And I think just like the whole virtual queue situation was just such a pain because like, you know, we were up at 7 a.m. trying to get it, missed it. We were there at, 1 p.m. tried to get it, missed it. I mean, it was just like gone within a fraction of a second. And then it was like, well, this is just obnoxious. Then you have the whole, like, again, they have the parade coming up here in like a week or two. Getting reservations for that was like impossible. It's just like, I don't know. I'm in this situation where I'm like, I don't want to be looking at it as like, oh, the first time you go back to Disney, you're just like bashing it, because it's not the case. We've gone like off camera, like our last video before that, we went to Geo82 and actually had a good time. So like, I don't have any issues with Disney. I actually love the parks, but I need you guys' thoughts. I mean, do we release that video or do we just hold on to that and scrap it? I don't know, I need some insight, and a lot of you guys that watch to the end are, some of my kind of loyal fans, and I appreciate that a lot. So either way, gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If you guys don't mind, please give this video a thumbs up. And thank you guys so much for being here and battling the rain with me. Holy cow, it is crazy out here, and I don't think it's going away. All right, I'll see ya.